Oh, hey everybody, it's Paul with you. About 9 o'clock in the morning right now here at Brian Piccolo Park, Cooper City, Florida. About 26 miles north of Miami, Florida, or at least the parts before you get real deep into Miami. Miami's huge. I figured out that I need a Mamba. That's what I figured out now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm really going to try to put my best foot forward here today because I need to get a good game. And yesterday I played a game. I was running this jive about 4 over. It was closer to 6 over. I bogeyed, although they were pretty quick, they were still bogeys and I couldn't get the job done. So I figured out I need a Mamba. So I'm going to take a look today, and I may actually let go of $35 or $40 to Innova because I'll have to see what kind of disc they have, see what kind of free disc they have. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to it. This is a hole 1. It's about 300 feet. It's 304, and it's flanked by a lot of trees there. It's nestled in trees, and I always go off to the left, and I've got to try to fix that. So here we go. We begin. You see, that's what you got to do right there. You got to do that. You got to go way off to the right, and it still comes out to the left there. But you can see that it's unnerving because you could be going on that roof, whatever, you know. I mean, you could even hit the palm tree over there as well. I'm going to shorten this down a little bit just for the ease of movement. Now, that good first throw gives me about a 90% chance of parring this. And I might even have a play for a birdie. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm just going to make one round because the sun is going to start getting real hot shortly. We have got to wrap this up by 9:45 or so because it just gets mercilessly hot here in Florida. And man, look at this unkept crap. Unkept. Look at this. It's ridiculous. The grass is over a foot high. Those weeds. You can't see it, but when you get close to this, you can see it. It's over 1 foot high with all those little things there. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, where did I get my disc? I don't think it went too far to the left this time. It did. Here it is, right here. So that's around 42, 43 feet maybe. Damn it, my shoelace came undone. Hang on, folks. Let me tie my shoelace. I don't know how that came out. Hang on. Okay. That should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and use my 170 for this. It's a little bit more stable. I'm going to have to throw a giant arc here. And we are going for it. Yes, it can roll, but it can roll down that hill. No matter. We got to go for it. I've never birdied here. So we're going for it. Okay, not bad. I got it parked. So I'll make the par here. I was a little unnerved because I thought it was going to hit the tree, but we certainly have a park situation here. So we've made the first hole with a par, and at first I thought that might actually have a chance to go in, but you're flirting with those. Overhang here. I think they should cut this a little bit too. They should move that back a little bit, cut it back a little bit, and take some of this off over here. But you know, I'm not the brains of this outfit here, but that's just my idea. Oh, it makes it more challenging. Go fuck yourself. Okay? Go fuck yourself. It makes it more challenging. Fuck off. It's like that place, the bunker. It was impossible. You had to throw the disc out this way. Oh, so hard. I'm glad they moved it over here. Okay, let's go ahead and get it. The basket is just to the right. I'm going to throw my lighter disc. And it is just past the last tree you see on the right. It's over there. So here we go. I am getting into it now. Here we go. Okay, that's a fair throw. It's a fair throw. It's not great. It's not great, but it's a fair throw. Probably about a 50% chance right now of par, making par. I have to cover my arm because my arm is so fucked up. All right, let's go in the shade here. I think that's even better. Better idea. I got my disc caught up in that tree, and it was a disc I liked. I think it was my Mamba. And it took a while, but it came down on its own. It took like, I had to play without it. And I came back about 45 minutes later, and it had let go. So I got my disc back here. All right, that throw will probably be about 25 feet east of the basket, west of the basket. This is east that way, toward the Atlantic Ocean. And let's see how close I came linearly to that line there. And those of you who are crippled up and you can't get out, well, you've got the right one, baby, okay? I'll play for you and you can live vicariously through me, okay? Let's see what I can do here. I'll bet you I'm not too far off. I bet you I'm about 25 feet or less. There it is right there. It looks like it's linear right there. I'm right there. So I made the distance. Any more would have been unproductive. So as you can see, I swung out real wide, but we've got maybe, what is this, maybe 100 feet? So this is maybe 100 feet. So let's get this set up. You can see the basket is pretty much right straight ahead, dead ahead. It's finally staying. And I'm going to use my 170 to try to come in. And I'm not going to try to mamby-pamby this around. I'm going to try to come in with a forehand arc. And I did it. I parked it. All right, we're 2 for 2 here. That is very, very good. It's an impressive start. Those of you who are just starting to watch me, you're getting your money's worth today because we're 2 for 2. And that's good. I'm not even going to put that in because it's a park there. I mean, this is ridiculous, folks. Look at the grass. I mean, it's so fucking retarded. Why can't these people do something here? It's just like, it's like they want to make you feel stupid because you like disc golf, you know? So something along that line. All right, so we're 2 for 2. And you notice that when I get a good first shot, the chances go up to getting a par or a birdie. But particularly for par, you really need to get a really good first shot, and you have to get a good second shot approach too. So I did that job perfectly. Maybe not perfectly. I would have liked to have the birdie there, but I was happy to see that thing roll so close. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's put this here. This one is not easy. It is, there is a, let me see what this is here. Okay, let's go in there. The basket is by that group, not the main first tree, but there's a bunch of shitty little trees there in the back that fuck you up all the time. And it's nestled over there to the right at the last tree. So let's go ahead and get it. I'm going to throw my lighter disc here. And I have to wait because there's some people over there that are coming up on the sidewalk. This is a challenging, very difficult. I have parred this before, but it's rare because it's a 342-foot par 3. And if you go too low, you hit this berm. If you go too high, you get snaggled in the trees. So it is not easy. It's best to try to stay as much as you can to the right, but it's really hard. I guess I'm going to play a forehand this time. It's just that there's not a whole lot of room. You know, with the power, you get power, it tends to rise. So Let's go ahead and see if I can get a forehand here, because I would prefer to stay to the right. Even if it's a shorter shot, I would prefer to stay to the right. Here we go. Forehand coming. I'll do the best I can. Okay, that's not a bad throw. That was right through the gap, but as you can see, I only scored maybe 165 feet on that, leaving almost an equal shot to the basket. And you can't really do anything about it because I did not use full power. And the reason being is because you'll get snagged in those trees, or you'll throw it too low and you'll scrape out here. So it's very, very difficult indeed, this hole. But I also have an approach now that's a little bit more to the right, and that's better. Because, you know, when I go over there by that sign over there in the sidewalk, I mean, it's a hell of a long way and it's hard to approach. There's a hill over here. And with this right here, I got to come in with a backhand. You can't see the basket, but the basket is right in front of that tree right there. And I'm going to have to get this up here because there's no way I'm going to be able to cover that where the thing will stand up. Okay, let's see if we can put it there. No, get rid of that. I have to do it here. Okay, I can barely see it now, but let's see if I can get that to stay. I'm sorry about this bush deal. You'll have to look at the top of the left part of the screen. I'm going to go ahead and use my 170. I don't know how to come in on this. I don't know whether I should go for the forehand and approach from the right, or whether I should go to the left and F with those trees. I don't know. I don't like going backhand with this because it just doesn't seem to go well with those trees. I'm going to go the forehand. I'm going to do a forehand and I'm going to approach through that gauntlet of trees. That's about the only thing I think I can do that makes sense. So let's get it. Let's get it. Get the wrong one. I'm throwing the 170 here, and I'll feel a little bit better about throwing the 170 rather than the lighter disc. Okay, here we go. We're going to try to go through those trees. Here we go. Ah! Oh, that might be good. Oh, that might be very good, folks. I might have a par here for the first time. I can't even remember the last time I threw that perfectly. And you can see how that green fence right there, you can get bonked with that, because the disc, you have to get some height on this to get in there. And it is possible. There's a lot of low-lying branches, but you can see how high that branch is over there. And if you get up that high, it's going to go in there if you got the wrong direction. Now, let's see where I came out, because it probably skittled, which will help get it closer to the basket. I know I made it past this first tree. And there's the basket right there. So I don't see it yet. That's good news, because we want this thing as close as possible so I can par. Okay, there it is right there. So that's not bad. I have a legitimate par chance here. So let's use the 170. And this is about maybe 10 feet. If I get this, it's the first time I've ever done all 3 holes of the par. I'll tell you that. All right. I've never done this before. You're seeing a record game here thus far. I've parred all 3 holes. Now, this one is something different. It is always difficult because the basket is behind that thicket of brush and trees that is not accessible there. You cannot throw it over there. You can't throw it, you have to go to the left side. You have to go to the left. Hence, when they put the beginner tee, you see how they bring it out more, giving the beginner a better chance to get in that area. And this is not easy, believe me. I'm glad I made that putt because it's put me into an elite. The worst I'll probably do is 7 over. That's the worst I could do, assuming I do a bogey on every one. I'm going to go ahead and use my orange disc. We got a lot of people there, so I'm going to have to be very careful. I think they're walking away, though. So I think we're okay to throw this. I hope I don't get hung up in these damn trees. But it's very difficult. I'm going to go forehand on this. No, I can't. I can't go forehand because you got to get it perfect. It has to be a missile. It just, you know what I mean? To get it in that general region over there. So I'm just going to go backhand and hope for the best. Here we go. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, not bad. That was not bad at all. The problem is we got a lot of green there. We got a lot of green to get to the right there, to get to the basket. No matter, it's still a pretty good shot for the first shot. So let's take a look and see what I got going here. And let's see if I can actually get a par here. This is not easy to par here. Those trees are very unnerving. When you come in, I think my disc is way up there by that pole. I thought I just saw the glint of a metallic blue disc there somewhere very close to that white pole. Now, let's see how far it is. Yeah, there's the launch right there. This is only 100 feet. So it must be up here a good ways. Okay. Let's see, you know, the more you can stay to the right here, the better. There's the basket right there. And one of those shitty lizards there. I think that's a lizard. Yeah, no, it's a squirrel. Oh, it is. I left my disc. Sorry, I left my disc. I got to go back and get it. That's an easy one to do, to lose your disc. So that's going to be a little time muff right there. But such is the challenges. I can't complain. I parred all 3 of these first 3 holes, so I certainly can't complain. Let me get this thing off that's the danger with putting your discs down. And that also equally applies with your phone. And actually, your phone has a worse chance of making it because you're not going to be using it. This disc, you'll probably want to use it and you'll figure it out on the next hole. That has happened to me before, and it was no fun getting my phone back. It was actually in the grass. I dropped it, and it was in the grass, and I borrowed somebody's phone, and I went over where I knew relatively where it dropped, and I borrowed somebody's phone, and we called my number, and the thing started ringing, and it took a while to figure out where it was. It was in the grass. So anyways, all right, so now we've made up for that. Let's see what I can do here. Let's see if I can set up for a par. That would be nice. But this is a lot of green here too. This is long. It's going to be 120 feet maybe. It's past that white post. But it's straight in. It's pretty much straight in. But these trees are unnerving, I will admit. So let's get to it. I might use this blue disc. I don't know. If it's too long, I might just go with the orange disc, and it looks like I'm going to have to come in with a forehand. I think that's what I got to do. I got to come in. There's a basket right there. I think I'm just going to have to play this. See, that tree is right in the way, and I don't know if I can get enough height. So I'm going to have to go for a hook here. I'm going to have to go for a hook. There's the disc right there. And let's see if I can't get a hook in here and pull this thing out. If I get a good approach, I'll birdie this. But the tree issue is a problem. Forehand with a lot of turn to the left, hopefully. Ah! Oh, shit, man. I thought it was going to hit the tree, and that is definitely Bogeyville. But it left me a very long putt, so very doubtful that I'll go 4 for 4 here on par. No matter, at least I got a chance. It is right there, right in front of you there, as you see on the left. And this is makeable, but it is makeable rather than more guaranteed, because this right here is around, let's take a look here. I'm going to have some power on this throw. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 feet. Okay, I think I'm going to use my heavier disc. I'd sure like to make this one. 4 for 4 would be ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous. Here we go. Ah! Damn it. All right, so I'm going to go 1 over. Close, but no cigar. I just didn't get enough oomph on it. I should have maybe just used my orange one. I would have gotten a little better distance on that. Oh, that's disappointing, really. And this one right here, because of all the tree, hanging tree business here, it's just, well, it's more challenging that way. It's more challenging. I can see Rudy right now saying this right now. It's more challenging. It looks fun. Yeah, it looks fun until you play, and then it's not fun. And you can add these fucking jerk-offs not cutting the yard. Why don't they cut this? They got one imbecile, it's probably that guy I told you about, that little punk. He probably took this down and forgot to turn off the lawnmower blade. He cut one strip through here. All right. Basket, 280 feet supposedly. Gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go a forehand, and I gotta scoot through these. And this is not easy. It's a really difficult hole. You normally get caught up in the branches. They need to cut this. Get rid of that one right there, or get rid of these goddamn things. One of the two. And you gotta deal with it down there too. Okay, I'm gonna throw my orange one. It's a little bit lighter. And maybe it'll stay down. It's gonna try to rise. Here we go. Ah! Oh, that's a good throw. Relatively speaking, that's a good throw. That's about 175 foot throw, maybe 185, and it leaves about 110 feet maybe. You know, for my setup shot, I have to get a really good. This one is so bad. Look where the beginner's launch is. See? Look where it is. It's because of this. They need to trim this. Well, it's really good for a challenge. Yeah, right. All right. Well, yeah, if you got a gun and you can sail it without going up in the air, you can go right through here, but you ain't going to make 280 feet. Not really. So you can see how difficult this is because of the launch. Look at the beginner's launch is way, way up here. All right, let's see how far I was able to get this thing. I hope I got it to the tree. I hope. That would bring it under 100 feet. But it probably isn't. It's probably right here. Maybe I passed it already. Okay, here it is. All right, it's straight in. About maybe 100, let's see, 30, 60. It's about 90 feet, I would say. I would say that's probably 90 feet. Let's see if we can't get this to stay up. Probably won't be able to do it. Let's see. See if I can buckle that down. I'm not in any hurry per se today, but this is not easy. Let's see if I can keep that up there. Now it wants to go that way. Let's go this way. Nope. All right, so We're just going to have to go up here and do it here. It's about 90 feet. Probably between 85 and 90 feet is at least. Let's see. You got 30 feet, 60 feet. No, this is about 90, 92, 93 feet. I'm going to just go ahead and use my blue disc. It's hard. You have to go low. And those branches are going to F it up. So all I can do is jam the torpedoes full steam ahead. Ah! Okay, that's not a bad shot. With the skittle, it gets me up to a possible par. Had a nice little skittle. I don't know how close it is, but I did that shot in the right way. I just didn't have enough arm on it, but when you try to put a little bit more arm in this, you go up and you hit those branches. Now, hopefully this is within 6 feet or 7 feet. And if it is, I should have no trouble parring it. But I forgot where it went. I don't remember. I don't even remember. I don't think it's too far to the left. Oh, there it is right there. So it's right at the edge of being a bagger. You know what I mean? It's right on the edge of being a bagger. This one is, okay, you can see the basket. And I'm going to go ahead and use my heavier disc. This is about a 10-footer. And I'd sure like to make it. All right. Now that's the way to play the first half of this course, with the exception of that puddle there. The last time I threw from here on 6. All right, so I'm 1 under. I'm 1 over. And the last time I played this, I hit the tree on the right. And I was all the way on the left side here. I was on the left. And I still, I'm going to have to go with a forehand here. And I hate doing it because I can't get any distance. But that is just too dangerous. The tree on the right there is just too dangerous. So let's go ahead and throw the lighter disc. And I'll take you with me over to Innova later today and see what we can get going. If they have Mambas, I wouldn't mind grabbing a couple, even though I got a billion discs right now. Here we go. All right, we're going to use this turn. We're going to go forehand and hope for the best. I don't know if I'll be able to par this or not. I just don't know. It's really long. It's 368 feet. And I can't get more than 200 feet at the most with my forehand, but I'll give it a whirl anyway. Here we go. Oh, not bad. Not too bad. I didn't get a whole lot, but I mean, that's about the best you can hope for here, because you go up, you hit these branches. You go backhand, you hit that fucking tree like I did yesterday, and it nicked it. And it came right off here. It nicked it somewhere, and I only got to about halfway between here and that. Oh my God, we got a lot of water there. That's a whole lot of water. Whoa. That's one of the places here that collects the water. All right, let's see what we got. I hope it made it at least to that post. It probably didn't, though. It was an anemic throw. But again, you have all that fucked up shit there with that because they don't want to clean it up. It's more challenging. It's a good challenge. Then again, you could have a course here where you could look forward to coming out and ripping one out, you know? I hope I got past this thing. I'll be happy if I got this thing past this thing. I should have. That's not really a long throw. It's got to be more in here. Here, no, that's not it. That's a leaf. There it is. All right, so... All right, I really don't know how to play this. I can't come in from the left because of the hindrance of those trees. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, this thing is being a real pain in the ass. And I don't want it to fall over like it's trying to do right now. So, let's put it here. No. Let's put it here. No. Let's put it here. We have to get this side down. Okay, that will stay. All right, basket straight in. I'm gonna have to go a forehand with an arc. It probably won't work out well, but I'll try. That last little thing that hit it, that took away any hope I had for making a par, certainly. If it would have went about 7-8 more feet, I would have been probably right next to the basket. So this is probably not going to be a high rate of making this here with that distance. I don't know. I know it went through there. I saw it go through there, but it's probably somewhere under the foot of that hill. Oh, I wonder if it's all wet here. I guess not. My disc, I think, is right there, unless that's a weeds. I guess that's a weed. A little bit closer, and I've got a chance. I still don't know. It came through the branches here. It nicked. Are you kidding me? Is that it? Or is that a leaf? That's a leaf, isn't it? That's a leaf. That yellow thing is a leaf. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, not a high percentage makeable shot, but it's there for us to try to get. This is looking to me like 30 feet. There is a hill there, you gotta be careful. All right. I don't want to play for the bogey, I want to play for the par here. So let's try it. Boy, if I made this, I'm gonna have a very good game. Barring something real bad. All right, now I got the bogey. So now it takes me down to 2 over. So I think that's it. I think I parred the one before this. I think I parred that, didn't I? I think I parred it. I think. I'll have to look at the video later. Okay, so that's parked. And now we go to Mount Olympus. And I've been making good throws on this now. Putting it to the right with backhands. And it's the way you got to do it, because you're just not going to get enough distance with a forehand here, I don't believe. I won't. You might. Let's get this set up. Let's keep this. You know, I could do a forehand too. You know, I could do a forehand, but I've been having good luck with that. I've been having good luck with my backhand. I've been having a real good time with this. All right, here we go. Oh, that's a good throw. Oh, my God. Oh, that's a good throw. I'm happy with that. I am really happy with that. I should be able to probably have a 75% chance of par here now. Assuming I don't get a roller that rolls back down the hill, I can probably get, this is not very far. This is probably less than 80 feet to that basket, and it may be less than that. That was a pretty good toss. I'm very pleased with that. And believe it or not, I've had a better game than this. I played where I played a 1 over. And that didn't happen at all except for once. All right, hopefully it made it into the shade there. That would be the best, because it will be very short. And I should be able to put together a par here. There's the basket right there, top of the hill. Come on, baby, stay forward. I think the disc is right there. Yeah, it's about 30. It's about 60, 62, 63 feet. But, you know, for approach, that's not a long way to go. It's just I got to be careful. I've got to throw a forehand here, because if you throw a backhand, it will be more likely to roll down that bastard hill. So I'll use my heavy disc, and I just need to get close enough to make the par. Ah! Okay, I think with that little crawl there, with that extra foot, I think I've got a really good chance to make that. It looks like it's around maybe 6 feet. I should be able to bag that and preserve my 2-over status. The next one on 8, that's the best hole. I could actually, theoretically, in theory, I could make a birdie there. I've done it before, but it is not easy. Okay. I should make this because I'm only at 8 feet. All right. I didn't know about that when it came out of my hand. I didn't know it. If there was wind, I would have missed that because the wind will pick it up. All right, so we're 2 under, and now I should be able to hold this with this hole. If I make a birdie here, I threaten my best game that I've ever played. So this would be a very, very good game. It's not very good, it is excellent. Now, if you're a lefty, yeah, you know, this is the only hole which favors a righty. This one definitely does. And I have to get pepper on this because you got to make a big arc here. The basket is actually right there a little bit. No, it's right there. Basket is right there, a little bit on the right side of the frame. And I'm going to get into it. I got to get 300 feet on this shot. Nice little girl walking by, said hello, and she said hello back. That's a step in the right direction. Here we go. All right, let's get it. I need to get a big arc on this one. Okay, I know that looks weird, but that's probably not too bad. Okay, it's not too bad. I'll certainly get a par out of this, barring a really muff, but it was not a bad throw. It came down right in line with it. I'm about 20 feet back. I'd say this is around a 22-foot putt, and it's maybe a little bit to the left, a little bit west of it. And I feel confident right now that I can par this because I just need to set this up. But like I told you, I've birdied here before. If that throw is close enough and I had pretty good steam on it, if it's within 18 feet, I might be able to get this. 20, 22 feet, it'll be very difficult. And now the wind is starting to pick up. It's coming from the east, that way. But let's see how close I was to this. I felt good with the throw. It felt good. I just didn't get it close enough. I just didn't get it. There it is right there. This is going to be a long toss. I don't care. I'm still playing for the birdie. I'm going to try to nail it. I think I got to be a little careful here because I can't go up too high. Basket. Son of a bitch. I didn't get enough on it. It might have cost me my par here. It really bothers me. That really bothers me. And now I got a very challenging par putt. Damn it. I mamby-pambied it too much. And that ain't going to be easy. That's about a 14-foot affair. Nope. Fuck. I ruined the game. I ruined the game. 3 under, 3 over. I ruined it. I had a beautiful game and then I just couldn't get it together. And you'll never birdie on this one. You have to throw a mammoth throw. You have to launch a mammoth throw and then get a good second shot. And that's very unlikely. But I'll try it nonetheless. This is, I forgot how far this is. It's about 320 feet, I think. It's pretty much looking at it right there. Here we go. That's a very good throw. It should come down close to the basket. Oh my. I don't know exactly where that is, but that is close to the basket. It's going to take care of the par. But I might have a legitimate, albeit 20-footish, chance at a birdie. I've never birdied 9, but if you can get into it and keep from arcing too much to the left, which is not easy here because of those trees, you could pull off a birdie. This would save the game if I could birdie, because it would take me down to a 2, right? Because I'm 3 over. I hope I got near that tree right there. If I'm near that tree, this should be a banger. I thought I saw it coming down somewhere. I just hope it's closer than 20 feet. I hope it's closer than 20 feet. That's all I got to say. It would be tits for me to do a birdie here. Would be absolute tits. Now, this is good because I don't see it yet. It means this right here is 25 feet. This is 22. Okay, here we are, right there. Whew, it's about 20 feet. Folks, this is for a birdie. That is one good launch from over there. And I kept it pretty much in line. It did not drift over to the left. It went to the right, and it still came back. Now, folks, if I make a birdie here, I've never done it before, so I'm going to use my heavier disc. I've never done it before. Here we go. Oh, yeah, keep rolling, fucker. All right, so I fudged that. I should make par here, and I still got to play this out because it went about 8 feet. So it's going to be par. It's going to be a 3-over game unless I muck this, which I doubt I will. It's not that far. All right, so folks, I'm really sorry. That, if I would have gotten that, I would have been in really, really wonderland, really. I would have been very happy with this. I'm still happy with it now. I threw a 3-over. What can I say? You know, it's hard here as a righty to get this under 5 under. I'm sorry. It just is. These holes are not easy here, especially for a righty. So, folks, a good game. I would even say a very good game. But excellence, it is not. Had I sunk that for a birdie and I went 2 over, that would be excellence, because it is really hard to bean par on all of these. It is really hard. I grant you, some of them are a little easier, but man, some of these are double bogey city if you're not careful. Anyways, take care, folks. Thanks for being with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. 43 minutes and 7 seconds of your life never to return. Take care. Subscribe. Be nobody. Leave me a like. It helps get the video out. Bye.